Welcome back, everybody. I'm very excited right now because we have a comedian on our show today. But I want you guys to see how funny this young man is, so we're going to show you a short clip right now of AJ Wilkerson.
Weirdly, I wasn't officially diagnosed until I was already 30 years old. Yeah, and that's a very weird thing to find out about as an adult. Because that means you have to have these awkward conversations with people about it. And I don't know how familiar any of you all are with autism or not, but typically, conversation is not our strong suit. It's really not. What's happening right now is an absolute miracle. You understand me? Of medical marijuana.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, y'all give it up for a good friend of mine, comedian AJ Wilkerson. Yes! It's a miracle. Oh, AJ, thank you, man. Thank you. And welcome.
Thank you,
Gotcha.
my good sir.
You are hilarious, sir.
Thank you. Actually, I would just like to clarify really quickly, because I've been here the whole time. Not the AJ from the threesome, but open to it.
That is good information to have, my friend.
Not you, James.
Not me, okay.
We know each other too well at this point, yeah.
Not with you. That's important. The next opportunity.
Absolutely. And Tight Mike, your tips are fantastic. They're the best thing that ever happened to my marriage. I'm divorced too.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's so funny. AJ, thank you so much for being here with me today,
absolutely,
man. You are
thank you
absolutely hysterical, man. Now, I ask every comedian this because everybody wants to know this. Yeah. What made you start doing comedy?
So I started doing comedy after I got diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder.
Okay.
So I was going through like a tough time mental health wise. Finally got diagnosed, started seeing a therapist, got my medical marijuana card, and then a month after that I started stand-up comedy.
Gotcha. So I heard all of that, but what stuck with me was you started smoking weed. Then
Yep. I think that was like key component. Yeah.
Gotcha. We started similar. Okay. Now I love the fact that you talk about your autism. Like you put it out in the forefront when you do your shows. And how have people received it when you do it?
It's been amazing, man. Like I was so worried when I first started actually talking about it on stage. I was so worried about like upsetting people or like offending people.
But you don't.
I don't, and I didn't plan for like the opposite, which is what's been happening. Is people come up to me after shows and they're like, "I'm autistic. My spouse, my kid, my nephew, my cousin. I know somebody," and it's just been amazing, like getting that kind of response from people.
And I've gotten to do shows with you. Luckily, I got to do shows with you, and you kill it. And people love the fact that you bring it up. Like you said, they come up to you after show, and they definitely say all those things to you. You are definitely giving people that have maybe going through the same thing you are. You're giving them hope. You're showing them that yes, it doesn't have to hinder you in doing anything that you want to.
Well, yeah, and that's kind of my whole thing is like I wasn't diagnosed until I was already like an adult. I was already 30. So at that point, like I had worked jobs, I had gone to college, like I'd gotten my degree, all these things, because without having a diagnosis, it was almost like nobody gave me any limitations.
Gotcha.
So I was I could do whatever I decided I could put my mind to.
Yeah, so there was nothing in your head that you're like, it's gonna stop me anyway.
Other than the ADHD and the autism, no. Like that's the only things in my head stopping me from anything.
Weed helps with both of those.
Exactly.
Yeah. Weed is always the answer, Mike. I say that a lot. Weed and Jesus.
Either way,
together for the best effect.
Yeah. Wow. True. All right, man. Now, you've been doing so well that when you get to perform with all these different people at these big clubs that you do, it doesn't go unnoticed. Like, you got to open up for Jason Mewes.
Yeah.
Yes, Jason Mewes. If you don't know, and everybody does know, he's from the movie Jay and Silent Bob.
Yep.
Everybody knows him. Now, what was that like, and how did you guys start working together after that?
So that's been amazing. So I won a contest to open for him in Kansas City. Because for the last, during COVID and stuff, I bought this cheap van, like converted it into a little camper and was just traveling around the country.
Gotcha.
So I won this contest in Kansas City to open for Jay, and when I went back and opened for him, like my set just went so well, I came off stage and he was like, "Do you want to go on the road with me?"
And your answer was, yes.
Yeah, and ever since then, like I've been traveling with him. We've gone literally coast to coast, and like I've just been able to like spread this like joy around. You know what I mean? And that's been the coolest part.
And not only do you get to spread that joy around with Jason Mewes opening for him, but you are also in Clerks 3 coming out.
Yeah.
Bro, that's huge, man.
Thanks. Yeah, I am barely in it, but it was just super cool to like be a part of, and like the fact that like they included me in that was just massive.
That
you
is
know
awesome,
what I mean?
bro. And
So.
don't sell yourself short. You may be barely in it, but you are in it, bro. I'm barely on this show. And I'm happy to be a part of it, man. Now, when you get to educate people on autism, when you get to entertain, has that grown for you more, you think? The more you do comedy, the more you see yourself educating people about autism?
Yeah, even like my material has grown more in that
was
direction.
gonna ask that,
like
yeah.
based on like the response I got once I like kind of got out on the road and started, interacting with people again,
Absolutely.
But yeah, like I'm doing this cool thing in the next couple of months. I'm starting to tour with colleges, like at colleges. So I'll be
Congratulations,
touring
man.
and doing stuff with colleges and educating and entertaining and yeah, man, I think that's the thing is most people just aren't familiar enough with autism, and so that natural reaction is to like pity it, and I don't like no one should ever pity anyone for being autistic. Like
No.
it's just a different,
Gotcha.
user experience.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but we're still trying to share human experiences.
Absolutely.
So-
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah,
You're not
and so-
aliens.
yeah,
it's
exactly.
okay. I
Yeah.
think people that eat vegan are more weird than people with autism.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. The only thing we have in common is neither one of us will shut up about it.
That is so true. All right, man. So what's next on the horizon for you? You're touring all around the country doing clubs and colleges. You're educating people on autism. You're about to be in your first, I take it, major motion picture.
Yes.
What's next for AJ, man?
So I got to be in Clerks, and then upcoming, like I said, I'm doing this college tour, and with me, I'm bringing my buddy Jake Ruble,
Okay.
who's a comedian from Indiana. We just like immediately became best friends first time we met,
Like
and he has a very cool and like interesting and engaging story as well. And so we're gonna take those to colleges together. We've been working on a 2-man show. We just finished wrote our first movie script
Nice.
together.
Okay.
And in March, we're filming our own pilot for a reality show.
Man, you are busy.
Yes.
Trying, man.
Bro,
Just,
you
yeah,
are. You
trying
wrote a
to put all
pilot
the pieces together.
and you wrote a movie. Bro, let me know if you need a chubby black dude in it with diabetes. We'll call it DNA.
Yeah, actually, I think the diabetes is already in there. Yeah,
So you guys are shooting in Florida. Okay. So please tell the people at home really quick where they can follow you on social media so they can come to your show.
Yeah, do you just AJWilkerson.com has all of my social media and stuff like that, and my Instagram is AJ Wilkerson Comedy, and my TikTok is my most popular platform at this point, and it's at Captain Autism Comedy.
Very Captain Autism. I love that a lot, man. Thank you so much for being here today, brother.
Absolutely,
You helped a
dude.
lot
Thank
of people.
you so much for having
I
me.
appreciate you. On behalf of myself, James Yon, and my wonderful guest, AJ Wilkerson, and my main man, Tight Mike Randolph, just a tip. See y'all tomorrow on The Lowdown. Yes!
Good job. Good job.